is going on, everybody, man? King Recon here, and the promised day has finally arrived, man. Chapter 902, episode 877. I've been waiting for this for so long, man. This is arguably my favorite chapter in the arc, and because Toei has handled Whole Cake in such a fantastic manner, I expect nothing but the absolute best for this episode, man. If you haven't noticed, got the new headphones. Decided to try them out in today's reaction because one thing I didn't like about doing anime reactions is I was always stuck in the chair because they're wired headphones. So, but not anymore, coach. We can move. And if you know that, I'm repping the king today, man. I mean, we're ready, son. So without further ado, let's start episode 877. The parting time, Pudding's last wish, man. I'm not ready, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I get to hear superpowers for the first time in these headphones. Yes, we've got superpowers. So because I have these, I haven't really tried them out much while speaking. So if it sounds like I'm yelling even more than I already do, it's because of the headphones, coach. Because of the headphones. Man, I'm so excited for this episode because the anime has handled all of these episodes so well. All these chapters that I love near and dear, Luffy versus Sanji, and it's such an emotional and fantastic moment. They handle that entire portion perfectly. Then the Pudding's heel turn during the arc, those episodes were fantastic. All of the episodes during the wedding itself, absolutely great stuff. Luffy versus Katakuri, I mean, nothing needs to be said there. That entire portion was fantastic. All of the comedy with Sanji and Pudding, which is obviously my favorite stuff in the arc. They've handled all of that stuff splendidly. Big Mom and her entire thing. Pedro and his death, that was a fantastic episode. And the Roger flashback, of course. Like I say, anything with a Roger flashback in it is 10 out of 10. And then, man, the latest Big Mom episode, nothing short of awesome sauce, man. They've just been handling Whole Cake so well. And if this episode is as good as all of that, I think I can safely say that Whole Cake Island is one of the most well-adapted arcs in the entire series. Because that's been a problem that a lot of us have been having with the One Piece anime, especially lately since the time skip. Even though it's been a recurring issue for even longer than that, but during the time skip specifically, there's been some arcs to where some episodes either drag on for way too long, or even like on the key, they almost always nail the key episodes. It's just stuff around it that's, half and half. Some of it's really good, some of it's iffy. Like Punk Hazard, for instance, has a really, really iffy middle portion. Like the beginning of that arc in the anime is really good. The end of the arc in the anime is really good, but it's the middle, man, that is really, really weird. Same thing with Dressrosa. Dressrosa has like its on and offs. Even Zoe, I preferred most of it in the manga, just on a personal note. But Whole Cake Island, they have nailed just almost all of the key scenes and everything around it, making me appreciate all the chapters that aren't the iconic chapters of the arc. And that takes a lot, man. That takes a lot. So to make me appreciate it just as much as I did before, or even more, that's a great adaptation. Here we go, man. That's how you know it's a special episode. When there is no music, no. God, I can already see the difference. I can already see the difference in presentation, man. Apologize, I had to step out for a sec. 333, 3, 2, 1, let's go. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339, 340, 341. That he did, man. That he did. Damn it, man. Just a little bit thank you, you know what I'm saying, man? How much it hurts Carrot to say that, bro. To accept that reality. Yeah. Man, dude. My boy Pedro. Here we go with the soul focus, man. What better way to end Whole Cake Island than a musical, you know? God, man. that freaking Carrot scene already has me teared up, bro. Like, that episode just started, dog. What a beautiful visual, man. The sunny going through on the water with the snow falling. A cotton candy flurry, but you catch my drift. What an arc, man. Wow, man. It's like I know the manga had the soul focus, but here because you're hearing it and you're seeing it visually like this, man. It's so good. It's so good. And with everything that happened with the Vince Smokes and Judge, the Germa, fantastic stuff, man. The beautiful princess. Living in a puppet show where they're not attracted to each other. Oh my god, we're not this scene. I'm not ready for this, man. Man, what a beautiful tune, bro, to all of this, man. My boy Jinbei taking care of business, man, for his captain, bro. Where is captain? Vagabond drill! My boy Jinbei, man. I can't wait to see him again after this, dude. We're gonna be expecting my boy in Wano. the memories of all of this stuff, man. And putting true feelings, bro. It's unfair, man. It's unfair, bro. This is my favorite stuff in the arc, man. Like, how could you not expect me to have an emotional attachment to these two characters in a relationship, bro? The way they're doing this is isn't it? Man, they actually did it as a film strip, bruh. The last request, man. The final kiss, bro. Thank you. Goodbye. No, she'll never. He'll never know what that is. Man, bro, that junk is so sad, dog. It's like, man, out of all the stuff in the arc, bro, that was the one that broke me the most. Because of all the backstory behind it, and all because of everything that she wanted, man. She only wanted one thing, bro. And she got it with Sanji, and now she's never able to have that because of the present situation. It's such a sad situation, man. That's one of my favorite scenes in the whole series, bro. Now that I just saw that in the anime, that was perfect. I don't care who you could have put on that project to do it. They couldn't have done better than that. That was the last request scene to perfection, man. To absolute perfection. My guy Jinbei, bro. Look at Ichiji. I was holding the pudding and Sanji thing that I forgot about this scene, dog. It's a question that all of us were asking, man. She always knew, man. Brule always knew. Just for them, bro. To be the perfect big brother. And I know because I've been in a situation my whole life. You know, you want to be that role model brother, man, everybody can look up to, bro. You can always feel protected around. You always want to be that big brother, man. The perfect big brother, bro. My boy Kata Curry, man. It is prime. Well, not really this prime. This is rookie Kata Curry, man. Rookie year Kata Curry. Man, dude. Yep. Because you're the brother, man. That's the way it works. They can't get revenge on you, so they're going to get revenge on somebody else. It's a sad truth about this world, but that's how it works. Man, bro. Brule! I remember the first time I read this chapter, bro. I was like, man, Brule, I don't care. Brule's a goat, man. Throughout the entire arc, I was like, man, Brule this, Brule that. Nah, man. In one chapter, I was like, Brule greatness. Brule greatness. The Trident. How could you cut my sister's face? I'll never lower my guard again. Yo, look at that, man, with the red eyes. With the red eyes. They always took care of each other, man. How's Straw Hat doing, bro? You know, I love those lyrics in the opening. The bond that you have with your rival, man. And how important that is. Man, that was handled great as well, bro. Oh man, this episode. Look at the precious Jerma, man. I also can't wait to see Jerma again, man. Man, Judge, I'll tell you what. Like, I went through ups and downs with Judge, man. I wanted to punch him, I wanted to hit him. But at the end of the day, what a character, man, to have in this arc. To prove it's that opposing force for Sanji, man. Look at Big Mom, bro. It's just sick. Look at her. She looks so sick. Mama. The moment anybody hears that, man, you know, a chill goes up their spine. Especially if you have to face against her. I mean, if I'm in her own crew, I'm getting chills. I'm a viewer, and I'm getting chills up my spine. Just seeing this stuff happen. And it's like, man, imagine people were there. Just hearing that, mama. Listen, anybody in a like, whoa, shook state. He made a promise. He made a promise, dog. Here we go once again with a soul focus, bro. This song, by the time that this ends, this is gonna be one of my favorite OSTs in the whole series. This OST is so beautiful and it fits Whole Cake so well, man. God, man, because like I said, we saw the lyrics and we saw this happen in the manga, but it's with the music behind it, bro. The company's in that makes it so much better, man. God, man. What an amazing arc. Well, I don't want to get this shirt dirty, bro. What am I doing? This is my Luffy shirt. Oven, man. God, this whole arc, bro. Like, I love the Charlotte family, man. Like, even through all this stuff that Sanji went through, bro. If Sanji could forgive him, I could forgive them too, man. It just becomes they're just lovable characters, bro. The Charlotte family, the Germa. At the end of the day, they protected their brother, dog. I love this arc, man. Would you give me your lifespan or die? God, focus. Look at her, bro. Oh my gosh, man. If or dead. Finally made it out of the Emperor of the Sea Big Mom's territory. I love this scene too, man. This whole chapter is going. Yeah, this is my favorite chapter in Whole Cake, man. This is my favorite chapter in Whole Cake. It's gotta be. If it's not my favorite chapter, this has gotta be my favorite episode in Whole Cake, man. It might have to be, Coach. Finally having Sanji back on the ship to have some food. Yo, my dudes were struggling at the beginning of the arc, man. And throughout the arc. Until they got to Sanji. Finally having her cook back on the ship, man. They were struggling. Of course something happened, bro. You're our life supply. In the East Blue, man. In the Baratie. Sanji's true pops, man. Feels so good hearing their voices again. Everyone gets hungry. Facts. No, let me watch this preview, man, because I'm gonna go from being emotional to hype. Let me see it. Let me see it. Chapter 903. Dude. Oh, I can't wait for next week's episode, man. I will never forget what it was like to read that chapter weekly, bro. Jedi One Piece. The title. Oh, man. I can't wait. Next week's episode. It's just like the volume. This volume in volume 90 is one of the best volumes in the series. And the fact that Oda was writing all this stuff back to back, man. Like, yo, after 902, which I consider already to be one of the best chapters, then you bring 903, and then everything that happens, like, ugh. But sticking on to this week's episode, man. I think now, after this episode, without question, this is 902 is probably my favorite chapter in Whole Cake, because there are a lot of other phenomenal chapters that are amazing for their own reasons. You know, you have the Snake Man episode in chapter 895, and I believe that episode is 871. Then you have the awesome sauce of Luffy versus Sanji. You have when Luffy originally gets into the mirror world, breaks the mirror behind him, whenever him and Carter creep about the clash. You have Pedro's death. You have some of the stuff that happened there within the wedding itself. You know, a lot of really good chapters, man. But at the end of the day, I always go back to that one thing, man. That throughout all of my time of reading this manga weekly, my favorite thing about One Piece from chapter, I would say 850 something, or at least I would say from 849 or 850, so around there, up until the end of this arc, which chapter 902, was Sanji and Pudding's relationship. And it's just the driving force behind the relationship, man, and where these two characters are coming from. Because Sanji, he needed some. I mean, by God, everything was going wrong for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Every single thing was going wrong for him. Then when Pudding turned on him as well, turned on him, it broke him. And I'm so glad that the one that got him out of that was Luffy, man. That was another one of the best episodes slash chapters in the whole arc. When Luffy broke him out of that, man. And I'm so glad that after that he was able to have the conversation with Pudding again. Because Sanji once again found himself thanks to Luffy, man. But Pudding needed Sanji more than anything else in the world, man. Somebody to finally realize, or just somebody to actually love her for who she is, man. You know, that's all she wanted, man. I mean, that's all a lot of us want, honestly. That's something we're in the core of a lot of our beings. I dare say all of our beings. We search for somebody who truly care about us for who we are, you know, and not just the act that we present in front of everybody else like Pudding does, but for someone who truly cares about us. You know, not us acting, not us putting up a front, but for who we truly are, man. And in Pudding's case, who she was always made fun of for who she actually is with the third eye, that's what she always covers it. And for Sanji to say that thing is beautiful, man, those words carried so much weight behind them. And then from then on out in the arc, it was so awesome seeing them two together because it was awkward yet hilarious with Sanji playing that role. Thanks to Luffy breaking him out of that spell, Sanji playing the role of like the mature one in their relationship after everything that had gone down. Now he's the one that's in control of it, even though he's like putting, because it's funny because they both fawn over each other, but Sanji holds it in, or at least he managed to hold it in there for a little bit. Once again, thanks to speech with Luffy and whatnot. But putting herself fawning over Sanji is like how Sanji fawns over everybody, you know. And just that whole entire dynamic, it was hilarious. It was sweet. The fact that they were always together, cooking and doing all this stuff after that wedding scene, the key wedding scene, where he lifts the veil and he says that. Everything after that, man, was just awesome. It all led up to this moment. And the fact, what makes this chapter so sad to me, man, yeah, because the entire chapter is depressing. But when you have the chapter start off with them reminiscing about Pedro, and Carrot is trying her hardest to play the mature role in the same way that Sanji was trying to play that role with Pudding, and Carrot breaks down in tears. Because now the person that was what Luffy is to Sanji, what Pedro is to Carrot, is no longer there, you know, and thus she broke. But she still came face to face with that reality and accepts it. And that scene is powerful. And then of course, man, just for this episode in particular, when it comes to the Pudding and Sanji situation, where they are, it's the final request, man. And the final request start taking off, or getting finally that kiss that they should have had in the wedding. But now Sanji will have no memories of it. And she just takes the memories out. Thank you and goodbye. And that's it. And it hurts so much, man. Because Pudding did that knowing how much it would hurt, man. Because they can't have a relationship going forward. You know, maybe end of series. And that's what I'm hoping for. I really am. I really hope we end of series, man. Later on the line, years down the line, Pudding and Sanji get together after this arc. But, you know, it's because of what brought them together. And both of their sacrifices needed to what they did in this arc for each other. When Pudding did that, man, that showed me that this entire whole cake journey was worth it, because Sanji changed Pudding. And I wouldn't necessarily even say changed, it's just that Sanji made Pudding accept who she truly is. And because Pudding felt that love, she felt that she could possibly sacrifice that love so that the person that she loves could be happy. And man, dude, Whole Cake Island, man. This episode was spectacular. The Soul Pocus, it's just actually hearing it, accompanying those visuals now, it is one of the best OSTs in the entire series. What an amazing OST, man. What an amazing OST. And then, of course, Jinbei staying back with the fishman. Big Mom's on the way. The Germa's there. episode ends, and the chapter ends with Sanji and Zeph, man. Just what a way to end Whole Cake, man. This is honestly, to me, you know, the Nakama scene from Alabasta for years. One Piece has had some phenomenal final chapters in a lot of really good arcs. To me, because I got into One Piece so long ago, when I think of anime, one of the first things that come to mind is whenever they throw up the X at the arc of Alabasta, because that is one of the best arc endings in the entire series. And then after that, you have Luffy ringing the bell is technically how he took out NL, but that's not the final chapter of the arc. So you have the final chapter of Alabasta actually being that Nakama scene, but that's just the final scene, not the whole chapter. You have my favorite final chapter to an arc in the Going Merry's funeral, with I believe that's chapter 430, the Falling Snow Reminiscence, episode 312 in the anime. That's the final chapter of Enies Lobby. And that entire chapter, to me, just like Whole Cake, is extremely sad because of the journey that we took to that situation. And then another phenomenal final chapter, which can arguably be the best chapter, final chapter for an arc of the entire series, Sabaody. The final chapter of Sabaody being everybody getting separated. It's depressing. It's insane. The entire journey. One of the craziest final chapters for an arc. And they handled that really well with episode 405 in the anime. Freaking Bon Clay's sacrifice, Shanks stopping the war. We've had whenever they arrived in the New World in Fishman Island, in Punk Hazard with the final chapter of the arc, starting off Dressrosa with the revelation of Ace's fruit being in the tournament. And we've had some really, really good final chapters for arcs, man. But this one, from an emotional standpoint, rivals that of the Merry Farewell chapter as a whole. Because, of course, the Nakama scene is hard to top because of how iconic it is. But it's only one scene. Like, that entire chapter is beautiful as Vivi's speech and whatnot. But that final scene is what makes it so iconic. And that makes me absolutely love it. But this chapter, as a whole, is just so good, man. And this episode is truly up there as one of the best final episode of an arc, or final chapter of an arc, chapters / episodes in the entire series for me. It has an emotional weight behind it. It fits the whole theme of the arc. Everything wraps up really nicely, still leaving you off on a cliffhanger on what actually took place with Jinbei and with the Germa. And it ends on a very somber note. It ends on an extremely somber note. And it's a powerful ending, man. It's a powerful ending, showcasing the good and the bad of the journey and the sacrifices that were made in order for us to get Sanji back. How was Whole Cake Island in the anime, man? What an amazing arc. And I will see y'all next week for what is bound to be yet another memorable and amazing episode in chapter 903, finally being adapted in the anime. I cannot wait. I will see y'all next week for that, man. What an amazing episode this week, though. I will see you in the comments section. Let me know how y'all felt about this episode. I'm pretty sure a lot of you will feel the same sentiments as I do, but yeah, man, Sanji and Pudding, bro. That scene broke me. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm a masochist, man. I'm gonna have to go back. What Piece makes me that, man. It's like, you're about to tear up or get extremely saddened by a situation, but you have to go watch it anyway because it's just so good, man. It's just so good. You can't help it. I love this series, man. I'll see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. One Piece greatness. Episode 877, without question, was an awesome sauce.